Where are you right now, John?
You know what? I'm standing here looking out over the beautiful Lake Tahoe, looking over the 18th green. It's pretty special out here right now.
Did you play already today?
I have not. No, I'm going. I go in about an hour.
How competitive are you?
Well, it's probably the main reason I'm here. I think that as an athlete and getting to play in the NFL as long as I did, that you never lose those juices. And so I think this is one type of tournament that those juices do get flowing. You want to come out and play well, and play well against the guys that a lot of guys that you respect and admire for their athleticism and what they've done in prospective sports. And so it's always a great weekend.
Do you talk football?
A little bit. I was driving. I rode over with Joe Theis, and we talked a little bit about the quarterbacks, and so there's guys definitely that, especially guys that are in the commentary business. Definitely get together and talk to them a little bit about football.
But I know that you're competitive, but are you competitive at where your ranking is all time? Do you care, when you see these lists of greatest playoff performers or best clutch quarterback or whatever it might be?
No, because I think that, to me, when you're competitive in things you can control. And that's something really that I can't control. And that's really kind of up to the people that are making those judgments. And so, therefore, you look at them, but it's not something that you get excited about or lose sleep over, depending on where you rank. I think, in 16 years in the NFL, did everything I possibly could to be as a good player as I could, and then now that's behind me. So I kind of leave everything else up to everybody else. Should
we look at the bottom line, and that's the number of Super Bowl wins when it comes to who's like the pecking order of greatness with quarterbacks? Is that a fair litmus test?
I think it's a great topic of conversation because, you look at a guy like Dan Marino, who is a tremendous quarterback and, ranks, one of the all-time greatest and never won one. So, I think he is one that kind of throws a monkey wrench into that. Plus, there's so many things that go into winning a Super Bowl, and it's not only the quarterback, it's the coach, and it's an organization that wants to win. And so there's so many intangibles that it's tough to put all of those on the quarterback.
But I would think that you feel like you're better than Tom Brady or you're better than Joe Montana, like just the competitor in you. Do you?
Yeah, I think that you always think that. I think that you think that that's what gives you the ability to make it through and be successful in the NFL is because you have to have that type of mindset, that type of confidence in yourself that. Because it's a tough sport, and it's a tough league, and there's a lot of great players. And so, if you don't have that confidence, that unbreakable confidence, you can get tossed around pretty good in this league.
A couple other things. A lot of times, we'll see great players, and they have a hard time being managers because they're always looking for the players to be like themselves. You're in the front office. Could you have been a successful coach in the NFL, given your personality or what you were looking for in a player?
I think so. And I think that, it's always something that you think about. I think the competitive nature of the way you are. And I think one advantage that I have being in the front office and in the personnel side is the fact that I've been in a locker room. And I know what I like in teammates. I know what I like in coaches. And so, therefore, that's how I put my teams together is things that I liked when I played and the guys that I were around, the guys that coached me, what type of coaches. And so I think that gives me an advantage. And so being in the front office, that helps me. So I think that would have helped me also as a head coach. Now, being a head coach is, obviously, a lot of very time consuming. And I think, you got to get good people around, but you never know. But I would hope to think that I could have had some success as a head coach.
But also assessing quarterbacks, can you not help but look for John Elway as a quarterback? I know it's not fair to any of these kids, but what are you looking for as a guy who played the position as high as well as anybody?
Well, what I look for is I try to give that quarterback the best chance to be successful, and that's getting him in the right system that fits him the best. Not necessarily the one that a coach has or has run his whole life, but also to be able to take advantage of what the quarterback does best. Now you want to be able to find the most talented quarterback you can, and take advantage of his talents. But I think quarterbacks in this league to be successful have to be in situations to where they're given and the best opportunity for them to succeed, and that's doing what they do best.
Were you fun in the huddle at all?
At times I think there was always sometimes it get, obviously there's a lot of pressure in a football game, and sometimes it gets a little bit heavy. So there were different times that try to lighten the load a little bit. There's a couple of times where starting the game that we're having a tough time protecting and weren't playing very well, and I was getting hit. Got in the huddle, and I asked him, I said, did I do something to you guys? Did I make you guys mad? Did I piss you guys off? Because if this doesn't stop, I may not make it through the game. So, but we try to keep it light.
Is there a hit that still hurts?
There's one. I can't remember exactly. I got hit in Cleveland a couple times where I was in the air, and anytime you got your arms wrapped up and then those guys took you to the ground, that delay time from the time they hit you to the time you got to the floor, to the ground, you knew what was coming. So it always seemed to last longer than it actually was.
If I gave you, a week, could you get your arm, throw it 60 yards?
Yeah, I think so.
70?
I probably, and then I probably won't be able to lift it for 3 months. But I think for one shot, I could probably still get it there.
But did Randall Cunningham have the strongest arm back when you played?
He did because, you look at strong arms, you can look at them differently. I mean, Danny Marino had a real strong arm, but if you look at release, a lot of times release had determined how far somebody could throw a football. Danny's release had a strong arm, and his release was so quick, and the ball got from A to B very, very quickly. But, he couldn't throw it, 70 yards like Randall, because Randall had a lot, his release was a lot longer and created more leverage, and so therefore he could throw it farther.
Most famous person you ever golf with?
Arnold Palmer and Jack Nicklaus.
Wow. At the same time?
No, not at the same time, but a treat to play with both those guys and what they did for golf. So, it was a treat playing with both of them.
Did they want to talk football and you wanted to talk golf?
Yeah, exactly. And we got a little bit of both ends. It was very good.
I know you took time out for us. I know you got to go play your round. So thanks. Great to catch up with you again, John. Thanks for joining us.
You know what, Dan? One last thing before I go. There's a rumor swirling out here that you turned down a chance to be in a Katy Perry music video. Is that true?
Yes, I did yesterday.
I'm sitting there thinking that could have just that would have vaulted you into the next hemisphere if you'd have been in a Katy Perry music video.
Have you been in a video before?
No, I have not.
Have you been on a TV show? How many TV shows or movies have you been in?
Oh, not very many, and not for very long, each one of them. So about the right amount.
Should I have said yes to Katy Perry?
Well, I can picture that just vaulting your career to that next level. You never know. Are you a singer? Can you sing too?
No.
You ever had the opportunity to get out there and sing?
No. I'm not singing in the video. I have to play a sports.
Dancing.
No, I'm not dancing. By the way, I just had knee replacement. Have you had that yet? Aren't you in store?
I have.
Oh, you did have it.
I had it in my left knee, and it's been tremendous.
Yeah, the great ones have the left knee done. I just had mine done 2 weeks ago.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
My advice was to make sure you do all the rehab and complete that and work hard on that rehab. And once you get through that, it's tremendous.
Yeah, and make sure I don't run out of Vicodin.
Exactly. Make sure you take that before you go to rehab.
Yes. Hey, thanks, John. We appreciate it.
You got it. Great time to you.
That's John Elway there.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.